Hello and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be about removing the ABS. Removing the ABS on the R1100 range of bikes. I'm actually physically going to remove the ABS, install the replacement pipes, show you exactly what's involved, and then hopefully you'll have a bike that's usable. So the important thing to be aware of here is you cannot remove the ABS from a bike that was built after the 1st of January 2010. So if the bike was before 2010, you can legally remove the ABS. Quite a few MOT testers are telling people you can't move ABS. Oh no, you can't move ABS. You can if it was built before 2010. It's really important because quite a few people get mixed up. When I took this bike for an MOT, it's not the place I normally go to. I used to be an MOT tester myself. The guy failed it because he said the brake servo wasn't working. Well, mate, it hasn't even got a brake servo. And if it has got a brake servo and it's not working, I should never have been allowed to ride it away because it would be more than dangerous. So that's why I'm taking the ABS off, because one minute it works perfectly, then it's an absolute pain in the proverbial, then it works perfectly, then you have to reset it. It's getting on my nerves. So basically I've decided to remove the ABS totally from this bike and then use it as a normal ordinary bike. This is one of the oldest oil heads out there. So the R1100 was the GS was the first one that they built. The GS and the RS were built before the others. So there's nothing wrong with this bike. I'm taking the ABS off, job done. But be aware, if somebody says you can't do it, you can if it's before 2010. Just thought I'd insert that so that you know. First things first, remove the seats. Once the seats are removed, then we can remove the tank. So now, to remove the tank, pull this little black cover off. That gives you access to the pipes. What we're going to do here, this is the multi-plug, disconnect the multi-plug, disconnect these two drain pipes, put brake hose clamps around these two pipes because these are the fuel delivery pipes. Brake hose clamps around there because obviously fuel will come out otherwise. Undo that there, slide them off of these pipes here. Then we're ready to remove the tank. Then remove this bolt here. And then lift the tank out the way. Once the tank's removed, that gives you access to the ABS unit. Now what I'm going to do on this particular mission, I'm going to completely remove it, completely. I want it off the bike. I'm going to get rid of the brake pipes. I'm going to remanufacture pipes, and I'm going to show you how to do it and where you can get them from. So basically everything on this bike to do with the ABS will be removed except for the sensor in the rear diff and probably the front wheel. So the next thing to do is to disconnect the battery. You only need to disconnect the earth so that we can work on the electrical side of the circuits. Take the lid off the electrical box. This relay here is the ABS relay, so you can remove that relay completely out of the way. Now with the electrical system isolated and the relay removed, we can remove this cover here, and these wires here we're going to disconnect from the ABS unit itself. So this lifts up like this, slides off there, and then you get these wires here you've got a little multi-plug there, then you've got a connector which one bolt, and then this here is the electrical wiring to the ABS unit on this side. There is a multi-plug on the other side, which we'll do in a minute, but once you've disconnected this, you need to isolate these wires. Now these wires will probably be deactivated once you've removed the relay, but we're going to completely cover these wires up because those wires are staying on the bike and we don't want them touching anything. There you go, those wires removed. Multi-plug, 2 wires. Now we've got to completely clean these up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fit heat shrink over there and then wrap it in insulation as well. I don't think there'll be any power going there, but I'm just going to make sure, because this is staying on the bike, I'm just going to make sure 100% that it can't cause any grief. And then that electrically disconnects this side of the ABS unit. So now on this side, remove the air filter box lid, remove this trunk in, and then that gives us access to the ABS multi-plug ECU side. Alright, on this multi-plug, at the end here, there's a little tiny clip that you have to bend down. You bend that clip down, then this pulls out from the bottom, and then it will disengage. Push that clip down, then you can then literally pull that away. Now this also will be staying on the bike, so we'll insulate this, tie this up here, cable tie it to the side of the frame there so it's well out of the way, and then that's the other electrical side of the ABS unit disconnected. Now we have the fluid pipes. These 2 are the front, these 2 are the rear. Now when you remove them, you're going to get fluid everywhere. So you better make sure that you've got rid of as much fluid as possible. Now the best thing to do is to physically bleed the brakes out. Open the nipples on the calipers and bleed the brakes out so there's as much fluid as you can get removed. Then we can remove them. Because I'm going to remove these completely from the bike, period. So we're going to disconnect them. We're going to bleed the brakes out, disconnect these at the unit, and then finally disconnect these screws, which will allow us the ability to remove that complete unit. So the next thing, bleed the brakes out. Now we're going to remove the brake pipes. Then what you really need is a tube nut spanner. These are specifically designed for brake pipe unions. They allow you to slip over the brake pipe, but you get almost a ring spanner grip of the nut. If you use conventional spanners, you'll have to use an open-ended, and you can cause grief. And then if you round the nut off, you're in trouble. These aren't expensive. Get a set if you're doing this job. That way then you ain't got the grief. So undo these 2 now. This is the rear section. I've just bled out the rear brake. So I'm now going to remove these pipes from the ABS unit. Notice how I've covered the machine with a cloth because there is going to be brake fluid coming out and I don't want it going all over the cylinders. So let's remove them and see how we get on. So that's the rear ones disconnected. Now I'm going to do exactly the same with the fronts. Bleed the brake out so that the master cylinder is empty, and then remove these pipes. That means that the ABS unit is then hydraulically disconnected. It's electrically disconnected and then it will be hydraulically disconnected. So then there's no reason why then we can't remove the bloody thing out the way. So front pipes disconnected, and now remove that bolt there, that bolt there, that bolt there, and then the ABS unit is free to depart the bike. So that screw out of there, that screw out of there, ABS unit is leaving the show. Now remove the brake pipe from the master cylinder, and then this pipe here that goes up to the rear hose, we're going to remove that. Brake pipe's removed, completely disappeared, and now all we've got now is the rear hose and the master cylinder to join up. We're going to make a small pipe to join those two up, and then bleed the rear system as a complete separate system. Here is the new pipe for the rear section. Just a simple bit of cuneiform, a couple of tube nuts on it, been flared. I've done this myself because I've got the flaring tool, but you can buy these from eBay, ABS removal kit, and you get this pipe, and then because it's copper you can bend it to wherever you want, fit it in, and job done. So I'll show you that now, and then we've got to bleed the brakes. And there is the pipe in position. Now notice how I've just released the master cylinder in order to make sure it's easier to get it in. Once it gets in, don't do it up until it's back in position, but then you can put the master cylinder back in position, then tighten these two unions up. But that's the brake pipe that replaces the original pipes, and when that's in position you'll bleed the brake as normal, and then you'll have a rear brake. Then we'll have a look at the fronts. And once it's all done, look, all bled through now. Simple pipe, just from there to there, onto the hose, to the rear brake in the normal way. And then that's just your normal brake. No longer ABS, a simple, effective hydraulic brake. And now to the front brakes. These two pipes which we took off the ABS unit, this is for the front brakes. Now these go through there, and then they come to that these two connectors here. So 1, 2, we got to remove them. That will remove the pipes that went to the ABS, and then we've got to make a pipe up that goes from there around and then comes back into there with these two fittings on, and then we'll be able to bleed the front brakes as per normal, and then we'll have normal front brakes. So after much playing around and experimenting, I ended up getting to that size and shape. It's a lot longer than what I just showed you, because that's the shape I was going to go for, but I couldn't achieve that with the nuts on. So that's what I've achieved. Luckily I can make it myself. So what I would suggest you do, if you're looking for these pipes, that's the rear one, the front one, have a look on the internet. I think there's a guy on eBay that sells them, and these ones are decent. They're all bent up ready for you, so because it's not easy to do. But anyway, that's what. So now we're going to put some heat shrink over these to make sure that they're safe and out of the way. And then once that's done, cover the multi-plug. I put it in a plastic bag and then zip tied it to the battery carrier, and I've zip tied this down. So now these wires are now completely out of the way and safe, so they won't cause any kind of issue. With it all disconnected, I don't think there'll be a problem with that anyway. So now we're potentially ready to refit the tank. Just one little thing that I could say is, with regards to the pipe that you put on at the front, now that mustn't touch anything for obvious reasons, but here's a little tip. The original ABS pipes that you took off are shrouded in this little rubber cover which prevents the pipes from chafing. So perhaps you could cut a bit off of this, wrap it around that new pipe that you just fitted, so that will give it extra protection. I think that's a good idea. It's what I'm going to do anyway, just to sort of make sure it doesn't hit the frame. Refit the bit of air trunking, the air filter box lid, and then the electrical compartment lid. Then everything is then ready to re-accept the tank. Refit the tank, bolt it back up. Then it's a matter of reconnecting the pipes in the reverse order to the way we stripped them down. Then basically put the seats back on, run it up, all dressed up, seats, tank, everything on. When you turn the ignition on, no ABS, no ABS flashing, and brake lights all working. So there you go then, how to remove the ABS completely, totally, utterly. My bike has now not got ABS, so can't fail the MOT on the brake servo not working, because not only didn't have a brake servo in the beginning, but it ain't got one now. Ain't got no ABS. It's a motorbike with hydraulic brakes. Much better, much more relaxing. You haven't got to keep pouncing about those bloody lights flashing up and down and getting on my bloody nerves. So yeah, ABS removal. Hope that's been of some use to you. See you soon, and bye. And then when it's finally fitted, notice how the curvature goes down behind those wires, because you mustn't touch anything, because obviously it'll wear through. But then that's a nice even piece of curvature, but then that comes back to the two connectors, and now all we've got to do is bleed the front brake.